And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that, Duck Tape. Welcome back to the semi-finals of the very first KungFu Cup of the winter edition of WTL. For those that are in the chat, predictions are open for our first semi-finals. Place your bets on who you think is going to be our first finalist. Is it going to be the Terran or is it going to be the Protoss? It is up to you to decide. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have our Danish Protoss player representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the French Terran player representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Also on Clan Lamp. Here we go. And this is a really interesting one because for those of you that were here yesterday, this is a rematch. Yesterday we were live on this channel on the CranKy Ducklings and we were casting ESL Open Cup Americas, papi, Americas. And in the semifinals of ESL Open Cup Americas, we had Clem versus MaxPax just over 24 hours ago. And Clem did come out on top. I don't want to sway your votes, but Clem did win yesterday in that semifinals match in that best of three. But they go back and forth. They do go back and forth in series. And even though Clem won yesterday, really that just means that MaxPax is upset, clearly. And he wants his revenge, and he's going to be getting, or looking to get his revenge here in tonight's tournament. Oh boy, we'll see if he can pull it off. We'll see if he can avenge himself from what happened last night. Again, Clem, he was hyper-aggressive. He was constantly in the face of MaxPax, and he was able to shut MaxPax down before he could really get going. We'll see if MaxPax can have a stronger early to mid-game here against his opponent. As for the time being, we are just setting up in a quite standard fashion. Clem is going for a Rax Expand, a very economic opener here from our Terran player. Alas, I'm getting some deja vu. We saw this very same opener from Oliveira on this map, and MaxPax responded with 4 gates. We'll see if he does it again. We'll see. As for now, his tech will be thrown down behind the middle line. This is looking like a Twilight Council opener here from MaxPax, so we'll see what he goes for as the Reaper has arrived. Is going to be dancing with this Adept, is looking to bypass the Adept, but oh. And it looks like he will make a pass. Reaper gets into the main and will get eyes on the pylon location. Doesn't see the tech yet, as it is a Twilight Council. Again, we saw it work against Oliveira. It was really the only thing that worked against Oliveira was the 4-gate Blink Stalker from MaxPax. We'll see if it works against Clem. For now, Clem is just being forced back. Is being zoned away by that Adept back at home, getting into his 1-1-1. Working towards that starport. We have a Hellion on the way as well. The Hellion will help with scouting. It is going to be another unit out on the map to try to get a read on the base count, on the workers, on even the tech as well of the Protoss. As Clem is looking to make his way to the base. Adept is in position, but Clem will race on past, gets eyes on not just the Twilight Council, sees another gateway on the way, and can Clem piece it all together? He saw a gateway here at the natural. He's aware of 3 gateways, and for the time being, oh yeah, he does see another here as he does dive into that natural. So what do we have? 2 gates in the natural and 2 gateways in the main. Once again, 4-gate Blink Stalkers. Now, the difference between what we're seeing here from Clem and what we saw from Oliveira is that Clem does get confirmation on all 4 gateways. He sees everything. He sees, he knows. And back at home, he's preparing. We have tanks on the way. Oh, even a mine drop being sent out. A bold move here by Clem. Oh, it is spotted by these Adepts. MaxPax is aware. And he's looking to bypass, he's looking to intercept, sorry, that medevac. Likewise, that one Hellion is being a nuisance. The Adepts, they shade in, but they get shut down by the Marines. So far, so good by Clem. I'm loving the SimCity as well. Really good positioning here, or really good SimCity to protect that tank. At the same time, the Hellion dives in, trying to get a read on any additional tech, any additional kind of tech path here for MaxPax. As the mine drop is coming back in once again, checking that 3rd base location. Up! as the medevac is going to go down, and not a single probe falls, and MaxPax is getting ready to expand. Meanwhile, across the map, he goes for a warp in. Oh no, he's supply blocked. Oh, that's massive. No, 2 pylons get thrown down. Big supply block for MaxPax. He can't warp in. He's stuck at 62 out of 62 supply. 3 pylons are thrown down. Ay. You could see MaxPax, he wanted to warp in, but he could only warp in 1 unit at a time, and he is going to be forced back. Third base is on the way. MaxPax maybe a little bit nervous, but slipping up here when it matters most. As there we go, he has broken free from his supply block. I'm also pretty sure that the only reason why he got supply blocked was because his third base was delayed. But here we go. We do dive on forward. It looks like 1 bunker will fall down, but there was a 2nd bunker as well. The enemy's holding on. Tank is coming down to the low ground, but SCVs are still falling, and the tank is going to go down. Good killer instinct from MaxPax, just diving on Clem. He does have vision. With that observer, he does see when Clem is at his most vulnerable. Another bunker gets cancelled. Clem getting 5 SCVs at the same time. Some auto target harass also getting probe kill. Oh my god. Also getting some probe kills. Clem again, he's not going down without a fight. Marines zoning MaxPax away. In the main base, we do have that tank as well. And interestingly enough, Clem, he has stopped tank production. Very bold move here. Clem is going into Widow Mines instead. With that additional tanks, it is going to be difficult to hold on, but I guess he's relying heavily on these Marauders, and the Marauders, they're staying strong. Medevacs are on the way. As we're just going to be topping up these Marines. MaxPax going to be sending his Prism into the main. Stalker's getting ready outside that natural as well. Looking to catch and intercept. Any drop. As MaxPax is being forced back, that Prism is getting ready to dive in. And what do we have at home to defend? We have a tank. We have a couple of Marines. Some of the boys are being pulled. Clem going into a 2-base all-in. There is no coming back from this. No third CC. Zealots do make their way into the main base, and MaxPax is just going to be making this even more all-in, but there is no Colossus. Remember, when Oliveira went all-in, he ran into 1 Colossus that came out just in time. But this time, MaxPax, his Colossus, his production, his tech is delayed. Clem trying to force his way into that third base. The tank has arrived. Mines are going to be going off. But Clem, he's running out of steam. He's running out of units. GG gets called. He doesn't have enough. And MaxPax will take game number 1. Ooh, GG. GG, well played. MaxPax able to barely hold on against that all-in. Again, he didn't have any Colossus ready for it, but he did have plenty of Stalkers. And that Zealot drop into the main base, it just really crippled the all-in as well, making sure that there weren't any more reinforcements coming across the map. They were being held up back at home, and MaxPax was able to hold in time. Ooh, GG. And with that, he takes game number 1. And now we're getting ready for game 2. It's spring, Poppy. It's spring. Lovely. As we are looking to get into game 2, and hey, we're going to be on Gressfarm. Gressfarm will be our second game. A larger map, but also a really good map for 4-Gate Blink. Unironically. It's pretty good. Are we going to see 4-Gate Blink again from MaxPax? Probably. Yeah, I mean, it works. It works, Poppy. So far, 100% win rate against Oliveira and Clem. Will it work again? Can he rely on it to carry him through this series and take down Clem? We're here to find out. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Gressman. We have the Danish Protoss player representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the French Terran player representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Oh boy. Again, I mentioned previously, I believe in the last series, but I guess I should reiterate because it's worth reiterating. MaxPax has the best 4-gate in the world. 4-gate Blink Stalker in the world. It's I would say probably better than Heroes, better than Classics. MaxPax, he finds a lot of success with that build when it comes to different deviations, different variations, and overall decision-making and killer instinct with his Blink control. It's something that even the best Terrans in the world struggle against. And we'll see if MaxPax has something similar in mind here in game number 2. As he's going to be sending his first probe across the map, getting a read of what's going on. Clem is looking to go for a Rax Expand. Only a single gas has been taken, so once again an economic opener from Clem, which is what we saw on Ancient Sister. SCVs are moving out to expand, and we do send an extra SCV, so even though MaxPax is going to try and be annoying, Clem is here for it. He's ready for it. Ha. And it is thrown down on location, isn't forced off center or anything like that, and yeah, he does keep that SCV down the low ground just to make sure he doesn't get harassed. Across the map we have that SCV moving in, and we may see a bunker behind the mineral line. Reaper is on the way, the SCV is spotted, and MaxPax, yeah, he has a probe here in position to make sure that no shenanigans can get underway. SCV is forced back. So a bit of a back and forth between our players. In the end, Clem is able to get away with his more economic opener for now. Reaper also makes his way across the map. He's going to be dipping into the main base, but oh god, the Adept is in position, and can he hunt down the Reaper? Oof. Not quite. Reaper will escape, and it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, but once again, Twilight Council. Twilight Council opener, it is going to be Blink. Now, are we finally going to go for something other than 4-gate Blink Stalker? 2-gate Blink into a fast third base is a thing. 3-gate Blink as well. We don't have to go up to 4 gateways. We don't have to be hyper aggressive. But it is MaxPax. Meanwhile, this one Reaper, oh my god, it's getting out of control. 1, 2 probes already go down. This is more than what should be happening here. The Adept goes across the map instead. And MaxPax is being punished for it. At the same time, he does get us around. Does shut down the Reaper, but not before losing 3 probes. Big loss for MaxPax. At the same time, though, at least he's across the map and he's denying mining here. Clem, he may have a higher worker count, but he's oversaturated in his main. He cannot mine from his natural. Not yet. Not until he deals with these Adepts. As one Adept will survive. Stalker comes out, and MaxPax is going to try and bully that Hellion if possible. Try to keep Clem back at home as he's getting into his 1-1-1 setup. Do have mines on the way, medevacs as well. Meanwhile, how many gateways becomes the question. We have, yep, it's 4-gate Blink. Of course it is. But why do I even pose the question? Really, I'm trying to catch you lacking. I want to believe. I want copium. He's going to do something other than 4-gate Blink. Oh, not today. Oh my god. Really good positioning there from MaxPax. He does stop the Hellion from getting into the main base. Now, the Hellion has already seen a lot, though. The Hellion, he's seen 2 gateways at the natural. The Reaper earlier, we can assume that there's at least 1 gateway in the main. So it's either 3-gate or 4-gate. Clem knows that much. Oh my god. And Clem is spicing things up. He's not just going for a mine drop. He's going for a cloak mine drop with that armory. Okay, and there is no detection. For now, there's no detection. We have a robo, and we can gain access to an observer, but for now, Clem is looking to catch MaxPax off guard with this drop. Hellion will be shut down. MaxPax is moving out. As he moves out, Clem is getting ready to boost into that main base. The armory is now done, which means an observer is going to be required to clean up these mines. But the observer is going across the map. It is not at home. We may have to recall. Here we go as the mine is going into the main base. Do we have a reaction? No reaction! Up! Oof. 3 probes in the main. And how many in the natural as MaxPax does react? Ooh, does pull away in time. Meanwhile, across the map, he's just going to be diving on the bunker. The first bunker is going to fall, but a lot of stalkers are getting quite a lot of hits on them. The Widow Mines are soon about to reset. Do we have anything to deal with them? Observer is racing back home. The mine in the main, it's going to go off. Up, up. Ooh, another 3 probes go down. The mine in the natural does not reset. And the pressure is on MaxPax to get damage done. There are 2 tanks in the main. But MaxPax doesn't know that. Usually he would have an observer in between these bases or getting eyes on things. So the mine barely is cleaned up. 6 probes went down. Actually, yeah, 7, I believe. $11 in total, right? It was 7 probes alongside the 3 that went down to the Reaper. MaxPax has been taking some economic hits, and he hasn't done too much with these stalkers. He's gotten 5 workers, yes. But again, he wants more. He wants to get more done, and alas, so far he hasn't been able to. I mean, here in the main, we have 2 tanks set up and a wall. Yeah, there is no touching these add-ons. Again, the SimCity here looking impeccable. Clem, he's expanding, is taking a 3rd CC. He is not going for a 2-base all-in. And MaxPax does get his 3rd base up and running. He is working on his Colossi. But the army supply for Clem is insane. He has a massive force. There we go, the tanks are moving out. But once again, as Clem gets ready to break free from his 2-base setup, we do have MaxPax getting ready for a counterattack. Getting ready for a backstab with this Prism. But charge is only halfway done again because of the disrupted economy. MaxPax has been delayed. Stalkers are going to be going down at the same time. The main army pushing through the center of the map, and MaxPax, he just can't keep up. Zealots come in, but Clem is in position. We have the disable on the Colossus as well, and Clem, he can just stim his way into the 3rd base. He's getting out of control of the tanks, and they get within range. The Colossus goes down. And Clem is fighting back. He's looking to tie up this series, looking to take control of the 3rd base and force an ace match. GG gets called, and Clem takes game number 2. GG. This time turning the tables on MaxPax, keeping the pressure on him, disrupting his economy, and maintaining control of his own. Really solid defense from Clem, and really solid counterattack as well, with those mines diverting so much attention from MaxPax, slowing him down. And again, the pressure was on MaxPax to get more done with his stalkers, but he just couldn't. Didn't get any tanks this time, didn't get any bunkers. I think he got like 1 bunker, if that. With that, we are going all the way to the ace match, and Clem shows us that, hey, you can deal with that 4-gate blink from MaxPax. Tis possible. We'll see if he can do it again in the ace match. We'll see. As we are loading into Royal Blood. The final game of the series. It all ends here, one way or another. This will be the final game, and one of these 2 players will advance on to the grand finals. Who is it gonna be? As spawning it up.
Game paused.
Oh, never mind. Oh. Oh, it looks like we had a little bit of a bug there, a little bit of an issue, but it's all good. We are gonna be restarting. It's all good. It happens, it happens. Sometimes there are some technical issues, but thankfully we are more than willing to be accommodating for the players. is all good. Yeah, MaxPax, he's letting us know that there seems to be something wrong with Royal Blood, and whenever he loads in, like, there's a higher chance for it to lag on that map. Smooth. It's okay, it's okay. We don't have to deal with Royal Blood any longer, you know, in a couple of weeks. New map pool. New map pool. Let's go, let's go. It's on the horizon. Not just a new map pool, an extended map pool. It's 9 maps, if I'm not mistaken, right? Crazy, crazy. Can't wait, can't wait. New maps are coming. I haven't even been looking at them. Like, I haven't been able to tune into any of the PTR tournaments. Typically when there's like a tournament like that going on, I'm either asleep or I'm casting, so I just haven't been able to tune in. But I can't wait nonetheless. It's gonna be beautiful, gonna be amazing. And here we go, spawning in the bottom left hand corner of a Royal Blood. We have the Danish Protoss player representing Storm Gaming. We have MaxPax. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the French Terran player representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. What happened? I'm on the phone, couldn't read. It wasn't anything too serious. It was MaxPax. He said that when he loaded into Royal Blood in previously, the game froze on him for a couple of seconds. The game froze, so he couldn't make his first unit. So did remake. It's all good. Did remake. More than happy to. So we're getting into our openers. And yeah, for those wondering, the new map pool has been announced, and the ESL, they've also been very transparent, talking about how they want to implement the new patch and the new maps before or in time for the qualifiers for the regionals of DreamHack Winter, which is going to be DreamHack Valencia, of course. So that's at the end of October, if I'm not mistaken, and we're coming into the beginning of October. So yeah, not too far, not too long here until the new patch is implemented and we get our new maps. Assuming that they're, you know, that they're able to. They said that they want to get everything going before the qualifiers, but will they? I guess that's another question. It should be before the qualifiers, though. I would hope that ideally it would be like a week before the qualifiers, because I know a lot of people were concerned, but there is a high chance that maybe there may be like a couple of bugs or maybe some unintended changes, and it's important for us to iron that out before the qualifiers, I feel. But you know, that's what the PTR is for, so you know, check out the PTR if you can't wait. PTR, it's available. Maps are there. The patch is live on that public test realm. Until then, my god, we really want to kill this probe. The probe has been hunted down. It will not escape, and it will fall. At the same time, though, MaxPax did go for a Zealot first, is racing across the map. Clem did go for an economic opener, went for a Rax Expand, single gas opener. Is he going to get punished for it, though, as the Zealot is slipping on in, but the Reaper does make it home in time to deal with said Reaper. Attempts to get on top of that SCV, but the Marines have arrived as well, and that Zealot is being kited to death. Zealots will fall at the same time. Here comes the Adept from behind, finishes up, barely cleans up that SCV. Bunker will not finish. And the Adept is able to get one of his Marines. Not too bad. Not too bad, but not much else is done here as MaxPax is switching things up. The second Adept has arrived, and it is not a Twilight Council, it is a Stargate. MaxPax. You're crazy. Oh my god. I mean, his 4-gate was finally dealt with in that last game, so it looks like he's going to be shifting gears, shifting builds, and going for a Stargate opener instead. And what's more interesting, he's not going Stargate Phoenix. I mean, he may go there eventually, but he's going for an Oracle first. MaxPax is doing his best hero impression. Oh my god. As the Reaper is denied entry into the main base, does get eyes on one gateway here at the Natural, but doesn't see too much else. The Hellion also is denied As a Hellion gets forced away from that natural base, so the Reaper sips into the main, and this is going to be a very important scout for Clem. If he can get behind that mineral line, and it looks like he will spot the Stargate, we'll see the Phoenixes. Back at home, he's getting ready. Widow Mines are getting in position. We have one Widow Mine here at the natural. We have a Widow Mine in the main. We have a a Hellion. I heard the engine. I thought it was a Cyclone. But Hellion as well, which won't quite help too much, but there it is. Cyclone in production. Oracle dips it. Oh, Oracle does dip in. Does spot that Widow Mine. And does avoid it. Oof. 3 SCVs go down. Pretty good damage, especially considering the Oracle did not sustain any hull damage. So a good trade so far from MaxPax. Back at home, he's getting his third base up and running. Oh, and it is not Phoenix Colossus. It is Phoenixes, yes, but we are now going into a Twilight Council and a Forge. This is looking like Charge instead. So Phoenix Charge lots coming out from MaxPax. I'm assuming it's Charge just because typically you don't get Blink Stalkers with Phoenixes. Like, they both have the same role, and the role is map control and a way to shut down drop play. So typically we don't race into both options, especially considering that the Phoenixes are where you're spending your gas. There it is. Charge is on the way to spend the minerals. Spend that money. And yeah, MaxPax is just setting himself up here on 3 bases. Oof. Does take a mine to the face. Doesn't lose anything. It does take 2 Widow Mines to kill a Phoenix, but it does soften them up. As we have a massive gateway explosion behind us, we are getting up to 8 gateways. My god. It's a lot of gates. It's a lot of zealots. Again, this mass zealot style ideally wants to fight out in the open, out on the map. From multiple angles where you really can't use the terrain or use the SimCity, the defensive SimCity to your advantage. Oh! As a massive stage trap will go off, that will slow down Clem. Third TC is on the way. Clem, he wanted to be active, he wanted to move out, but alas, he is going to be slowed down, he's going to be delayed. Meanwhile, back at home, MaxPax is working towards his Templar Archives, working towards Chargelets. Keen to watch Valencia? I'm sure Keen will be watching Valencia, yes. I understand. Keen, big fan of Valencia. He loves it. Also, if I said DreamHack Valencia earlier, I apologize. I meant to say DreamHack Atlanta. Sorry. I think I did say Valencia by accident. Atlanta, papi, Atlanta. My apologies. Look, I say DreamHack and I want to... We didn't even have DreamHack at Valencia this year. Was that young shipping? God. I'm living in the past, papi. I just want to go back to Spain. Up! There's a big mine shot goes off once again on the Phoenixes. Doesn't take anything out, but once again, softens them up. MaxPax working towards a 4th base. Clem likewise moving out on the map. Porra caralho. Yo, a shout out to Asher, bro, in the chat. Oh my god. Papi. Where have you been, Papi? Where have you been? Are you home? Are you safe? Did you survive? Did you survive touching grass? Ah. Este Asher. He's crazy. He's been going outside recently. Crazy. I worry for him. But thank you so much, Asher. Thank you. Thank you. Fellow cranky duckling. Thank you for subscribing. Once again. Once again. As a Clem is going to be looking to threaten this 4th base. We have a lot of zealots waiting for him, but the mines have set. The mines are ready. Good lock on. Takes down the Oracle. Deals with the detection. But Clem doesn't force his way in. Again, respecting the zealot count here of MaxPax. At the same time, we see MaxPax trying to set up a counterattack. But we have plenty here to defend as well. Clem able to keep up. Gonna be rotating around. Looking for another angle of attack. We do have a Robotics Bay on the way, so MaxPax now is looking to diversify his splash damage. Trying to get into Disruptors or Colossus. But MaxPax makes his way up the ramp. Zealot's coming from behind. massive matches with the friendly fire. Oh my god. The friendly fire was insane. The Phoenixes went down, but they took down a lot of Marines with them. Jesus, I didn't even see how many Marines died. I just saw a pool of blood. Oh my god. It's crazy. At the same time, Zealots, they make their way into the third base. SCVs are going down. Once again, the friendly fire from those Widow Mines. As Clem is just kiting his way back in towards his main base. He hasn't lost too much, only 9 SCVs. He's going to be able to hold on. Ghosts come out to reinforce. We're looking for those EMPs and they will connect. At the same time, though, we do get a warping of Zealots in the main base coming in from behind. Clem is holding, but he did lose control of his third. And MaxPax is able to get his fourth base saturated, or look to get his fourth base saturated. First Colossus comes out. Extended Thermal Lance is on the way. MaxPax is refining his army. He's taking up further into those Colossi. And Clem is on the back foot. Oh, he's still struggling to deal with these Zealots as well. They slip back into the main once again. We have Zealots in the main. We have Zealots getting ready to push into the natural as well. At the same time, Clem trying to force his way through the center, but he runs into Colossus. GG gets called. He gets met at every turn. And MaxPax will take game number 3 and advance on to the grand finals. GG. MaxPax with something other than 4 Gateblink Stalkers. He takes down Clem 2-1, and congratulations, MaxPax is the first player to advance on into the grand finals of the very first winter edition of the KungFu Cup. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to MaxPax, who's going to be waiting in the finals. Meanwhile, we have another series to catch. Oh, we have some updates. We have some pretty surprising updates at that. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back of yourselves, as we have to say goodbye to one of the best Zerg players, the best Zerg player in South Korea. He goes down to Beyond 2-1. Again, it says 1-0 on the bracket, but that is not correct. As we hover over it, we can see there, Beyond took down Dark 2-1 and went all the way to the ace match. Meanwhile, Cure versus Solar is ongoing.